What's going on, folks? Taking a look today at Rivian Automotive. They are in the EV space. Here is their website. I will leave a link to this down below the video if you want to check it out. Looks like they have two vehicles so far in their lineup, pickup truck and an SUV. Pretty cool looking. Check them out. But today, not so much about the website, more about the chart. So we're over here on TradingView. We're going to take a look at a daily chart. Ticker symbol RIVN. RIVN. Rivian Automotive Group. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and consider doing so. A lot of the viewers have not yet subscribed. Do appreciate all of the new subscribers, though. Thank you very much. So we're looking at this stock here. Like I said, we're on a daily chart. We are on tradingview.com as the chart platform. So what do we see here? Well, this thing has obviously been in quite the downtrend since, looks like, started trading back in November of last year. Let's see what we got going on here. So we rallied from the get-go there, faded a bit, basically went sideways, and then looks like we had a gap down right here on earnings. And we've been creating lower highs and lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, basically ever since. Got some choppy sideways action here before continuing the downtrend here right into earnings. So what do we see now? I mean, that's looking back. What do we see in more recent times? So more recent times, we had a pretty good move to the upside here. This is still a lower high. So we're still in a confirmed downtrend here. Things are starting to look a bit interesting though, but I can argue both sides, both the bulls and the bears, and that's what we're going to do here. So we have pulled back in recent times, but so far this whole area is a higher low. So what do I mean by that? I mean that it is higher than the previous low, which is an indicator that we could be in a change in trend to the upside. So that is quite interesting. If this low right here holds where in and around where it's at, we could be in a change in trend. So downtrends are lower highs and lower lows. So we have a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And on the opposite end of that is you'll start off usually with a lower high, but you'll get a higher low, and then the move to follow is usually a higher high, higher low, and then the trend will reverse. So we're potentially seeing that right now. So we have a low right here, and then we have so far printed a higher low. So we're in the early stages of what could be setting up for a new uptrend, a new bullish case to the upside. But we'll have to see if this actually is the low, but it can be anywhere in here. So this low, it looks like, is 33.46, and we're at 40, looks like 40.03 this morning. By the way, it's the 18th of April, Monday morning. So basically, if we print a higher low anywhere above 33.46, that point is still valid. So we are still printing a lower low. So we could trade in and around here and then still move higher, as long as it's a higher low. Or you could also do a double bottom. You'll see that sometimes. You'll see the price fade down like it has, rally up, come down here, double tap, and then you'll get those moves higher. So maybe that's in play. We will have to see. So that is something to keep on your radar for Rivian. Something else to keep on your radar is if we undercut this low. So basically, if we undercut this low here, that would not be good. We would probably be heading much lower. We just don't really know how low that will go, but it will definitely not be good. But sometimes you'll see the Wall Street guys, sometimes they'll do that, and then that'll be the bottom. So they'll do that. They'll send the market under a major area. For this area, it's this low right in here. And then that'll be a shakeout, and then they'll reverse the market quite quickly back in the opposite direction. And sometimes that'll spark a new trend. So also something to keep on your radar, but when you get major highs and major lows, it's nice to see them hold if the trend is going to either change. So you want to see this. Be good to see that hold, and then this be the higher low, and then looking for that next swing up, that higher high. So let's see if we can go back to here. So basically a lower high, higher low, and then looking for that higher high. And so what I mean by that is a higher high would be basically printing above that area there. And that would be quite bullish. So we will have to be patient here and see how this thing plays out. And you can see how this area, this sideways consolidation, correlates with this high here. So this is overhead resistance for this area. So when we break this high, it'll be sending us right up into this area once again. So the price will have to be, it'll have to be a strong move to get through that, but perhaps we'll get up to that area, pull back, create that next higher low, and then get us above that area. That's just a couple things to keep in mind here. Now, if we throw the fibs on Rivian, we'll take this high up here, and we'll take the low. And you can see we are well below the 236 Fibonacci level. So that is interesting if you are looking to accumulate this and you believe that when assets are below that fib level, well, this is one of those assets that is below that fib level. Rivian, not too far off its lows here. So its low was, I said it before, 33.46. Looks like this pre-market, this Monday morning, we're trading at 40.03. So for whatever that is worth. But like I said, keep in mind that this could just be a wedge up and will break below this. And it's tough to say how much lower this thing will go. So far, we are still in a downtrend, but perhaps in the early stages of a trend change. Trends will change. Sometimes you'll get a rounding bottom pattern. It takes a little bit of time to go off. Sometimes you don't always get that V bottom where assets will sell off, and then you'll get that quick recovery up. Sometimes you'll get the sell off, lower high, pulls back, gets everyone bearish again, which is what these do, and then they rocket higher. So I can show you an example of that. Let's go to a different auto. Let's go to Tesla, and I will show you what I'm talking about here. So here is Tesla, and so we got that sharp sell-off. We got that lower high, which Rivian has also done. We got everyone bearish again right here, but this is where Rivian's sitting right now. Rivian is sitting at it's a higher low. It's a higher low than the last major low. And this gets everyone bearish again. And then what happens when that happens? The market rockets higher, printing a higher high into a new uptrend. So just wanted to share that with you guys. Perhaps looking forward for what Rivian could potentially do here. So Rivian got that swing low, got that lower high still, and we're sitting right here. It's a crucial time. Is this the higher low for Rivian, and then we get that rocket move higher, or does this fail as a rising wedge and we get a new low? Both could happen. Definitely want to keep both in mind here if you're either looking to get in this or currently holding this stock. So that's kind of going to wrap it up here for my thoughts on Rivian. We're in a little bit of a middle ground here. We could head higher, we could head lower. Depends on what the general market does. That definitely has a lot of weight. Looks like this thing is traded on the NASDAQ. So let me know down in the comments your thoughts here on Rivian. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, join the channel, check us out on Patreon. Links for merch are also down in the video description. All right, guys, have a great rest of your Monday. Take care.